Hello everyone. The metaverse is this whole new way of doing business. There are so many things to learn and do to prepare for this new way of going about our lives. So today we're going to help you draft that business plan and develop a clear road to building your metaverse business. And then we are from group A. The next is, what is a metaverse? Metaverse is an idea or two ideas, namely virtual reality and digital life. Metaverse can be operated wherever, whenever we are and in several virtual worlds and can connect together and communicate with each other. So metaverse are non-physical worlds where people can communicate through various forms of virtual technology. In colloquial use, a metaverse is a network of 3D virtual worlds focused on social connection.
Okay, now the development of digital technology in the metaverse will certainly bring up business innovation that will rise. Meta says metaverse technology is a decade or so of maturity, since in the future it is likely that this will become a part of human life. The form of marketing and business in this sector has started to be talked about a lot in the metaverse world. Today, there are several types of business that are on the rise in the metaverse world. The metaverse will impact marketing in many ways, some of which you can start implementing now. Next, metaverse in business is not only profitable or focused on the present, but also for the future. Metaverse is not only for consumer opportunities, but also for turning business and creating products in digital or virtual world without any boundaries. Here we discuss the idea of business innovation in the metaverse or related to the teaching material we have learned in the class about ER, VR, and MR.
And now I'm going to tell you about ER and VR. ER is augmented reality and VR is virtual reality. Both of them are kinda same and kinda different. And now I'm gonna tell you an example from both of them. Now let's start from ER. The easy example from augmented reality is Pokemon Go. There's a bit of reality, but there's some parts of augment. So when you play a Pokemon Go, you can see the real world, but then you can see also the 3D graphics in layer on the top of the world. Or the business example is from IKEA. There is an IKEA apps you can remove or you can move a furniture home around your home, and then you can see the real home, but there's some graphics that you can see in the top of your home, but that is not 100% virtual. And the second is virtual reality. If you play a video game or you put an immersive headset on your head, and you're basically in simulation of virtual reality. And when you see the virtual reality, there's everywhere you look is generated and graphics you didn't see in the real world. And for example is like video game, training simulation, and a lot of metaverse in the future are using virtual reality or VR. And using metaverse, we can improve digital performance in business such as virtual sensational real product, augmented reality more closer, and then as a new virtual branding.
Okay, now I'll talking about existence of metaverse in business model. First one is metaverse let user buy into their own island. The existence of this metaverse business is intended to improve digital performance as well as make it easier for humans to interact and also buy or sell goods in cyberspace or digital without meeting face to face. With technological adaptation, Metaverse can increase profit e-commerce with this innovation and virtual store service directly to customer. The second one is faster to sell and advertise. In the Metaverse, could make them easier sell than traditional form of advertising like logos or billboards, and it also make it cheaper and faster to buy or run a business in the Metaverse. Okay, in this slide, I will talking about business opportunities in the metaverse. There are five opportunities. First one is NFT art. Business with the concept of non-fungible tokens or NFT are now gaining popularity among entrepreneurs. NFT art is the concept of selling NFT-shaped artwork through virtual art gallery in the metaverse. The second one is voxel. Voxel is a three-dimension digital masterpiece. Usually, this 3D image in video games can be in the form of building, clothes, cars, or even avatar they used in surfing the metaverse world. Usually, this 3D image design can be seen physically, but according to this trend, this 3D image can also be used in the virtual world. The third one is real estate. Today, the real estate business is not only done physically, but it's also virtually because many businesses have started buying and selling virtual land for virtual real estate needs. The fourth one is game. The example of games like using Metaverse is Decentraland, Axie Infinity, Sandbox, Yield Guild Game, and so on. For the last is clothes. Metaverse can benefit fashion companies in expanding market coverage. Fashion companies can also benefit in terms of reducing the funds spent on paying for labor, purchasing raw materials, manufacturing costs, and also shipping. Another advantage is royalty income from every time a digital fashion item is resold, which is recorded in a smart contract via blockchain technology. Maybe it's all for me. Next slide will explain by my friend.
Okay, so in this slide, 6 types to prepare your small business to be a part of the metaverse. So the first, you know your niche. Second, start planning now. Third, think about business model. Fourth, plan for security. Five, have an out strategy. Six, consider rebuilding. So the next slide is conclusion. The conclusion is the existence of this metaverse business is intended to improve digital performance as well as make it easier for humans to interact and also buy or sell goods in cyberspace or digital without meeting face to face. But in today's era, we certainly really need this metaverse. Not only now, of course, in the future, we will really take advantage of this metaverse technology to make it easier to communicate in cyberspace or digital.
With technological adaptation, Metaverse can increase profit e-commerce with this innovation and virtual store services directly to consumers. And besides that, conventional business people are expected to follow this development and enter the digital world. Entrepreneurs and companies can create products that are closer to customers because they feel the detail even though the concept is virtual or artificial, so that consumers can directly feel the use of the product. Alexander Arnowitz quoted that Metaverse is a world in future technology that we will enter later. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. I hope we explained Metaverse clearly. And yeah, thank you so much and goodbye.
And then there is an example for our product.